Hey, what's up? It's been a long time since I haven't been on Periscope, so I'm pretty happy to be back. Now, I wrote a blog post recently about a question I answered for one of my listener or one of my reader, and the question was basically about something like how do you trade successfully? So I know a lot of people are stuck in that place. You know, they've been trading for I think that person was 3 year, and even after 3 years, they're still struggling. They still have a hard time to really get it and understand how it works. So in this quick video, I just want to go quickly over that. Hi man, what's up? What's going on? So I just want to go quickly over what's exactly how you can trade forex successfully. So I've identified 4 parts, and I just want to share them today. I think if you're a trader, that's going to be helpful for you, and I really hope you can benefit from it. So the first thing you have to realize in trading is you have to have a strategy and rules. So if you don't have any strategy, if you don't know exactly what to trade, and if you don't have specific rule, often we call it like if then rules or if then like it's an if then process. You set out your rule like that. If you don't have this in place, well, you're kind of stuck because you're not gonna go far in trading. This is really important at the beginning. And a couple of things you wanna have in your rule is like what's your signal, what's your entry point, how do you exit the trade, and what do you do with the trade. So that type of stuff. What time frame do you trade, or like when do you trade. So those are things you have to realize first, and strategy and rules. And then the next thing is about building your confidence. So it's good to know how to trade, but then you have to trade. And when you need to trade, when you need to execute, this is where you'll have a hard time if you don't have enough confidence in your trading system. So there's only one way to build confidence, and this is through practice. That's simple. So what you can do is you can backtest, you can trade on a demo account, trade on a small live account, but you really have to build your confidence that way. And I'm just looking at my article here because I just wrote a big article about that. But if you guys want to check it out, it's on DesireToTRADE.com. DesireToTRADE.com. Now the next thing you need is structure. So it's good to, as I said, it's good to have a strategy. It's good to know how to trade. But if you don't have the right process in place on how to execute, then like it's a problem basically. So what you need to do is you need to have routines. So times at which you'll go into your computer to trade, what you'll look for, stuff like that. So when you have routine, you'll have a lot more structure in your trading. It's gonna be much more easier. And the other thing with routine would be to have a journal also. So when you track your trade, it's a lot more helpful. And I just did that because it's been a long time since I haven't been tracking my trade, and I just started tracking them recently. I was using a software online, and so I just decided to trade that, like to journal them on my own, and I've seen a huge difference. It's just amazing when you see the graph yourself, and when you look at your trade yourself. It's much 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 more powerful. So I recommend that a lot. And then the other thing is to get support from other traders, right? So I have personally a Facebook group for Forex Trader. If you want to know, just check out DesireToTRADE.com and you'll find the Facebook group there. So it's pretty cool to network with other traders and just talk with them, just exchange ideas, stuff like that. Now, the next thing I would say, did I miss something here? Uh, yeah, well, just get in the right mental state, right? You can just practice that, either do meditation, stuff like that, mindfulness, just to get in the right state before you trade and make sure you're in the perfect state. And now the fourth point, the last thing is understand how trading psychology works. And this will take time, of course, but you really have to read a couple of books. So what I recommend is like Market Wizard, One Good Trade. Apart from that, there's another than here. Sorry about that. So yeah, Market Wizard, Trading in the Zone, One Good Trade, Millionaire Trader by Katie Lean. Those are good. Those are pretty good books. So if you can look at those books, it's pretty good to learn how psychology works. But I'm just gonna share with you a couple of points I've noted from these books. Because every time I read a book about trading, like it's fascinating to me. I take a lot of notes. So I have a couple of points I can tell you. The first thing is it's impossible to know in advance what the outcome of a trade will be, right? And this took me a long, long time to realize. If you take a trade, it's impossible to know what the trade will end up being. So whether it's a loss or a win. So even though you have a perfect setup, even though it's like the best trade ever, it's impossible to say that this trade will be a winning one. And so when you realize that, you kind of detach yourself from the trade. So a trade can either be a loser or a winner. It doesn't matter, because the only thing you know is you have a process. You have a strategy that works. So you know that over time it's going to be good and it's going to work out. Because I used to a lot. I really used a lot to be focused on a trade, and I knew if I took that trade that the setup would be good, that it would work out. But in the end, it can work out or it cannot work out. So you really have to be careful with that. Now, next thing, don't focus on profit. Focus on how you can execute your strategy best. So I always say to my client, like, you have to focus on being an execution expert. You have to execute. You have to respect your rules all the time, and like without looking at profit, because profit is like secondary. If you respect your rules and if you have a strategy that you know works, profit will come in the end. So it's not that important for now. Now the next thing is when you read books like Market Wizard, I'm laughing because it's pretty funny. When you read books like Market Wizard, you realize that all traders, they all have a different way of doing things, right? So some of them will cut their losses short. Some of them will have a strategy that's really weird. Some of them will trade based on fundamental news. Some of them will trade on technical analysis. And this is all fine. All traders are doing things differently. And the thing is, if you're backtested your strategy, if you know that your strategy works, well, it's just gonna work out in the end, and you can do whatever you want as long as you backtested them, as long as you know how it works, and as long as you stick to it, right? So that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. You don't have to have one best strategy. You just have to have something that works and something that you've tested. And this is what I focus on right now in trading. I know I have a strategy that works, so I know that whatever I do, if I've backtested it before, if I know that it's gonna work, well, in the end, it's gonna work. So I don't have to worry about it. And now the last thing is you really have to, as I said, backtest everything. Some people say they're better backtester than trader, and this is true. Like most of the time, you have to backtest. You have to make sure that what you do is good and that it makes sense in the market. And the cool thing is, backtesting is fast to do. Like you can just go on your software, your trading platform, and backtest right away. And you don't have to wait for the market to print candles or stuff. So it's pretty easy to do. So I think that sums it all. In the end, if you follow these 4 steps, so again, strategy and rule, confidence, then you have structure, then it's understanding psychology. I guess if you follow these four steps, you can get a good trader, and that's how you become consistently profitable. So I hope this was helpful to you, and I'll try to get back on Periscope a couple of times. But I just hope you guys liked it, and I'll get back to you here in a few days. And if you're watching this on YouTube, well, it's a good invitation to follow me on Periscope. I'm at Etienne Etienne Kreit Crete on Periscope. So at Etienne Kreit, just follow me there. I'll try to put a link below. And I hope to catch you guys soon. Bye.